Facebook, please permit us to use the music we have for today. Thank you, Facebook. Facebook, please permit us to use the music for today. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Watching again. Please help us to share. Make it go viral. Thank you. The peacocks, we appreciate you. We have to take it from here. We have to go straight to the point. A lot of things have been happening in Igbo land, happening in Biafra, and happening in Nigeria. Also, a lot of things are happening around the globe, but we are concentrating on what is, going on in our area, in our Igbo land, the kind of injustice that is going on. We have to look into them, how people are slaughtering our people, killing us, and then how Soludo and his wife, Naye Soludo, they are locking up our markets, and they love it when they are eating and enjoying their lives with their children. But what do we see? When it comes to the commoners like us, nobody cares. Nobody wants to talk about them. Nobody wants to look into them. Noye Soludo, a warning for you and your husband today. Today is not your topic, but I just want to give you a heads up on what's going to happen if your husband, Chukwuma Soludo, do not turn around and stop the atrocities that he is committing in Anambra State. We just want to give you a heads up. My people, today, our topic is about Mr. Peter Obi. Say, Mr. Peter Obi has always been a stooge to the British and Nigerian government. So that's the topic for today. And today is September 8th, 2023, and it turned out to be the Nkwo Market Day. And we said that we pray that Nkwo will popura ihe ọjọọ niile. Nkwo will kwọriele ndị niile na-achụ anyị ụbọ, na-achụ ụmụ Igbo ụbọ, na-achụ ụmụ Biafra ụbọ. Nkwo will kwọrichala ha niile. Nkwo will disgrace everybody. Nkwo market ga-akwọpụchi ndị niile na-agba anyị akụ. Anyị che na anyị na ha awụ, but ọwụ anyị na ha awụ. Nkwo ga-akwọpụchicha ha, kwọfee ha ufu ugwu Hausa, ha eje ebe jee nọrọ. Na ntụgharị okwu in our Igbo language, and then we say that today's date in Igbo language says taa bụ mkpụrụ ụbọchị asatọ n'ime ọnwa itoolu n'ime afọ 2023. And we are here today to, deliver our message. Peter Obi has accomplished his goal, his promises. He has fulfilled his obligations to Boris Johnson and CATRIONA LAING. We know that this did not start today. We started talking about this since last year, even before the elections that was held in February of this year. We all knew that Peter Obi he was originally a PDP candidate. We all saw in 2018, 2019, when he was running with Atikure. Remember when we were dancing Atikure? And they said, Mazi, the Igbo leaders, the Ohaneze Igbo, and their elites, they gathered. They went to Mazi Nandekan and they pleaded with him to say, allow our people to vote, because Obi is Atiku's vice or running mate, the vice running mate. And then he said, if Atiku and Obi win, things will be better. So Mazi, at the dying minute, Mazi Nandekan said, okay, everybody go and vote. Everybody went out and voted. And it turned out that Atiku and Obi came up with large margin, bigger than what the dead Buhari or the imposter Buhari, because that time Buhari was dead. The imposter Buhari didn't get much. But what happened? The INEC and the Nigerian government, sponsored by the British government, they went and rigged the election. And then they took it from Atiku and Obi. So this time around, Obi was still a part of the PDP. He was a strong member of the PDP. And he was running with Atiku and their group, even if he wasn't the running mate with Atiku, because Atiku had already given him the chance to be his running mate. Even if Atiku had picked another person, or Obi could have also started running on his own as the PDP presidential candidate. Obi could have done it. And Obi, whatever that was happening with them, one week or one weekend, Obi was invited by Boris Johnson and CATRIONA LAING to come to UK. And then when he went over there with his few people that went out with them, and then they went over there, they had meeting with the parliamentary or the House of the Parliament or House of the Commoners, whoever that he had those meetings with. But we were informed that Obi had closed door meeting with Boris Johnson and the British people. That was over the weekend. Obi came back from UK. The following day, Obi joined Labour Party. And that same day, Obi joined Labour Party. He was made the front runner, the presidential candidate of Labour Party. Ishamba. Who are you people deceiving? And I have been saying this from day one, since that thing happened. I said, Obi, what did you sign with Boris Johnson? Obi, are you going back to sell us again the second time into slave and slavery? Obi, what agreement did you have with Boris Johnson and the British people that made them support to give you that power to come back the next day and become the front runner of the Labour Party? Before you know it, everybody, Klerenke, Klerenke, Obi, Klerenke, Klerenke, Obi, 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 Obi. We are not doing Nollywood acting. What we do it because we are fighting for our freedom. It's not sentimental. It's not funny. It's not a fun-fetch something. And we're talking and I keep asking, Obi, Peter Obi, what did you sign with Boris Johnson? I know they gave you a script to play, and you are playing your script very well. You are playing your script very well. Obi is not disappointed though. For those of you who think that Obi, they did something to Obi, no. Obi is playing the script handed over to him by the UK government. Obi, if you think that I am saying what is not in the book, come out here and say, and show us what you discussed with Boris Johnson, CATRIONA, LAING, and the British government people. Show us. But for you to come here and deceive us and turn our freedom fighting movement as a shenanigan and turn it around and turn away our people's faces and make us look like what we are doing has no meaning. Obi, you know that your life has no meaning anymore. Your life has no longer any meaning because you purposely try to deceive our people. What did you sign with the British government that made you to come home just over the weekend 1 week, and the next day you became the front runner of the Labour Party? You think that we are playing jokes? This you are dealing with, you are confusing us, and you are trying to perpetrate the killings of our people in Igbo land. And you know that the target, the most people that they are killing are the Igbos, not even other tribes. They are killing us. And you come here, krerenke, krerenke, krerenke. And when it comes to action, what have you done? Oh, let them take it. When we go to the court, you will see what I will do. You were fighting for something. An elderly man that is going close to his grave, elderly man that is almost 90 years, deceived you. And you are here, you think that we are playing games. No. Peter Obi, you can deceive anybody you want to deceive. You cannot deceive me. I know what you are playing. One day, it will come out in the open. And look at, the more you play down on the lives of millions of the Igbo people, the more God will play down on your own life. Look at how it is for you now. Shame. And all of the people that left what we are talking, I believe people like Ochako Makadem, people like Ochako Makadem, that our brother is being tortured, caged, and maimed inside the DSS dungeon. And you are talking about him. I thought that we were all talking and fighting to release our brother and our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All of a sudden, in the middle of the election, everybody turn around and forget what what we were doing. And you people wonder why I said whatever Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing, that I support the activities that he's implementing. I am not the one implementing them. I am not even there when they are doing it. But because they stood, they did not shake, they did not deviate, they did not say everybody go to sleep. He stood up and he's still fighting for whether he is doing it or he's not doing it, but at least the whole world knows that he's talking. What are you doing? You pour people water on the head and say, go to sleep. Even the people that were in the same Umuada group with us, what happened? Overnight, a day before the election, somebody switched and said, Umuada, God forbid batting. Umuada kemuwau. No, I am Wada, you are Wada, whoever that is saying everything, everybody on your own head. You cannot do that. Thinking that Obi has won, Obi has won, Obi has won. That's why when people come in the middle of the road, when they see penny, tola, ahuaganishiyoyo, geluhashahepa, barajeme. It's a shameful thing. When you stand, stand. When you know that you cannot stand, please get out of the way. Let the wind blow you out. For this, our freedom, we must get it. God said that this freedom is coming in our generation, and we will all see it. Those people that have the good eyes, the holy eyes, they will see it. That reminds me, a song that says, Onabia nebube, Onabia nebube, Anya din soga hoya, Onabia nebube, Onabia nebube, Umuchukwu gawuri, Onabia nebube, Biafra, Onabia nebube, Biafra, Onabia nebube, Anya din soga hoya, Onabia nebube, Umuchukwu gawuri, Onabia nebube. All of the people that deviated on the road because they saw the Roman mob, bidi, 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 krerenke, 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 obi. They forgot the goal, the purpose, the aim, freedom, freedom, freedom that we were fighting for. They deviated. Now they are crying. You can cry. I am not crying for anybody. All I cry is for us to have our freedom, for our people to experience life the way all of us in diaspora are experiencing it. Good life, good water system, good light or steady light, good road, infrastructures, good school, brewery, refinery, good market system, good house, good benefits. Pensioners have their benefits. Workers have their benefits. Everybody. The same way is going around the world. That's the way we want it at home. But people who can see black, they jump to black. They see white, they jump to white. They see red, they jump to red. Have a steady life. Decide within you who thou shalt follow. I am following Biafra. I'll follow Biafra to the end. Decide for yourself. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, told us and made it known to the people that your PVC is nonsense. Your PVC has nothing to do with you because the INEC in Nigeria are the one that select who will rule. It's by selection, not by your vote. By selection, not by your vote. And he said it here, this is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All of you know him. You know him, and that's him. I have to start it all over. He said that the INEC is the one that decides and make that choice for you, not your PVC. For those of you, when they call again tomorrow, you jump. Many people died during that Obi voting system. Obi and the Tinubu and Atiku. Many people were slaughtered in cold blood because they wanted to vote. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu warned you ahead of time, and he said,
it is only INEC that decides the results of elections in Nigeria, not your PVC. The sooner you understand this, the better for you. Your PVC is useless.
Your PVC is useless. Did you doubt him? You doubted him. Onye amụma anaghị ama n'ala ya. A prophet does not prophesy in his own fatherland. Our prophet, our leader, he warned that you should stay away from that. You should stay away from that. And let's hear the conceding or the accepting or whatever speech Mazi Obi has given. Let's hear him. After the verdict of the judge, let's hear Mazi Obi talk.
Yesterday, 6th of September 2023, the Presidential Election Petition Court, PEPC, finally delivered its long-awaited judgment on petitions challenging the outcome of the presidential election held on 25th of February 2023. This judgment was delivered within the statutory time frame under the extant status. We acknowledge the court's contributions to due process and seeming attempt to strengthen our democracy. As petitioners in this case, we respect the views and ruling of the court, but we disagree with the court's reasoning and conclusions in the judgment it delivered. It is my intention as the presidential candidate and the intention of Labour Party to challenge this judgment by way of appeal immediately as allowed by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The PEPC has rendered its judgment, but that esteemed body is not the final arbiter. The responsibility now falls on the Supreme Court. I do know that the judgment is not conterminous with justice. I implore Nigerians to remain focused, steadfast, and peaceful, and to abide by the rule of law and understand this matter has not reached its lot.
Mr. Peter Obi is telling the world or his obedient group that he has lost that one, but they are still going again to the Supreme Court. Onye meru mere nga ngwere, anya mmiri akọ ya n'anya. You people have cried the night of the election, how election was, the votes were snatched. You people cried for almost a month after the election. That was in February. You people have been following up. Then all of a sudden, the eyes, every eyes were fixed on the judges. This is it, this is it. And the eyes became withered because the judges said Obi should go and sleep, that Tinubu has gotten it. Now, Obi said, you people should remain peaceful. Do not agitate. Everybody should remain peaceful and follow the rule of law. Let me ask you, do Nigeria have a rule of law? Which law? The law that said release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu since October 13, 2023. And they still lock him down. Which law? The law that says INEC should not interfere with the election of the people. And INEC went and rigged the elections, ejected the ones they wanted to eject, keeping the ones they wanted to keep. INEC meddled in your election, in your electoral system, and you did nothing. Which law is Obi telling the people to follow the rule of law? Is it because he's still reading the script that he's holding? He's still reading on the script? Obi, you have to wake up. You have deceived the Igbo people so long. Wake up from your slumbering. Wake up, Obi. There is no rule of law in Nigeria. Tell them to sleep. Yeah, you can tell them, forget about it, go to home. But do not tell them that there is a rule of law, because Nigeria has no law. Their laws have become null and void.
Conclusion. Our legal team has already received our firm instruction to file an appeal against the decision. I shall not relent in quest for justice, not necessarily for myself, but for indeed for our teeming supporters all over Nigeria, whose mandate to us at the post was regrettably truncated by INEC. The strength and value of our democracy reside on solid national institutions and our confidence in them. Electoral litigations will almost be unnecessary and non-existent if the Independent National Electoral Commission discharges its statutory functions creditably, transparently, and with discernible fairness. When that body fails, as it did recently, thus subverting the will of Nigerian voters, the recourse to judiciary becomes imperative, as is now the case. I thank every Nigerian who has supported our cause and campaign for a new Nigeria, characterized by fairness, equity, justice, rule of law, peace, prosperity, inclusiveness, sustainable growth and development. A new Nigeria is possible and achievable. I especially thank our legal team, the Labour Party and the Obedient family, and all those who showed up daily during our court trials. God bless you all, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
Just for any of you who did not hear him the day he gave his speech, so you have heard him today. Obi has said to the people, to the world, that he's still going to appeal. He's not taking it from there. So we'll still be watching and see what will come out of it. But he said they are following the rule of law. I don't know which law they are following, but whichever one it is, that's the one Obi is following. My people, if you do not know, next time when they call you, tell them that
it is only INEC that decides the results of elections in Nigeria, not your PVC. The sooner you understand this, the better for you. Your PVC is useless.
Your PVC is useless. Thank you, my people. I just came out here to put my own, mouth in what is going on about the elections, about the ruling, about everything. I know people are watching, people are following. It's okay, follow. But I will not go there and stay on this case and get my heart broken because I had nothing to do with it. So for those of you who have been obedient family, like he called them, and you have been following them, it's okay. So, we say extend our condolence, greetings to those of you who have already had a heart broken and those of you who have already had stroke from following. But believe me, Obi know what he's doing. Obi, if you think that you do not know what you're doing, you have to disclose to the people what you agreed with Boris Johnson and CATRIONA LAING, because that's where you see the deal. And you're playing the script. Obi is playing the script, and we will let him play the script. It says, Mr. Peter Obi, what did you sign with Boris Johnson and CATRIONA LAING under closed door before switching to Labour Party? You cannot just be a PDP, and which means Atiku knew what happened too. And top members of the PDP people knew what happened. All of these things they are doing to you, they are all camouflage. You cannot wake up one morning and go to London and come back and jump to the Labour Party. And believe me, the Labour Party group knew what happened, because they are all there screaming one Nigeria, one Nigeria. We are not blocking you from your one Nigeria, but we say, give us referendum or plebiscite so that we decide where we want to be. That's what we are calling for. Referendum or plebiscite. So give us one, and we tell you where we belong to, where we want to belong, where we are. And then, instead of doing that, they run around. They pulled Obi and said, well, we saw how you did during the Atiku and Obi ticket. You attracted almost everybody in the south, east, and the eastern region to the ticket. So we have to use you. And because people will rise up again and follow you. And their trick worked. It worked very, very well. And that script they handed over to Obi, he's still playing it. And for anybody who is having heartache for that, that's your own business. I have nothing to tell you about it. So my people, I thank you. Remember to share this program today and make it go viral. And Chukwuma Soludo and Nonye Soludo are suffocating our people in Anambra State. And for anybody coming out, let me tell you, Nonye Soludo and Chukwuma Soludo, Mondays are our, family days. We stay home. We, the Biafran, say, it's our religious day. Not Soludo, and not Nonye. It's us. We have been practicing it. We say, Monday is our holiday of obligation. So, if you are doing your prayer day, do it in your own house. Chukwuma Soludo. If you are doing your own prayer day, do it in your own house. Do not come out again on Monday to do something in the market. Chukwuma Soludo, do not come again on Mondays to do something in our markets. Nonye, put your husband on a leash. Put your husband on a leash. Do not suffocate our people. Nọnyere m ịwụkwa Ada Igbo. Chinonye ịwụ Ada Igbo. Ada Igbo ka ịwụ. Ekwekwuru ụmụada bịala gị ije. Ekwekwuru ụmụ ọgwụ ndị nwụrụ anwụ bịala gị ije. Ndị buru anyị ụzọ gama ma ndị di gị gburu ha bịala gị ije gapụ ya. Ọkwa nwaada ka ewu, ọkwa Ada Igbo ka ewu. Nọnye Soludo, put your husband on a leash. He should not disturb our Mondays. Otherwise, what you see is what you get. Our people have decided that Monday is a sit at home. Everybody should respect that. Thank you, my people. And please share, follow, encourage others to share, to come. Share it and make it go viral. And peace be with you all. Our freedom is sacrosanct. Nobody can stop it. It's in the hands of God. Remain blessed.
Mama,